Marvel fans, the full spoilers for the Shang Chi movie are out there, and I'm not going to talk about all the spoilers for the movie, but I do want to discuss some of the revelations from that crazy mid-credit scene that everybody's talking about. Yeah, mama, I'm sorry. We're going to be talking about spoilers for Shang Chi's post-credit scene. I'm going to be known as that guy. Sorry. Don't shoot the messenger, ladies and gentlemen. This is already out there on the interwebs as Shang-Chi was seen in many different places over the United States last night. There were a bunch of special screenings of the movie, and they've compiled on Reddit the full leaks for everything in the movie with people talking about different things. Now, again, I'm not talking about the full leaks for the film in this video, although I did read them myself. I was like, I don't want to just go over the full leaks for the movie. However, I think something that many people are interested in, and I really don't think this is going to take away from your experience of watching it, is the post-credit scene, or rather the mid-credit scene. And yes, indeed, this is the mid-credit scene that had so many people talking after the world premiere. And so again, in all seriousness, I need to say, spoiler warning. If you don't want to know anything about Shang-Chi, get on out of here. And I am going to try to not talk about this in streams until the movie is out there. Okay, let me explain what's going on in this mid-credit scene. Apparently, Awkwafina's character and Shang-Chi are going to be taken to the Sanctum by Benedict Wong. Wong and Shang-Chi and Katie are all going to be talking to Bruce Banner and Captain Marvel in a very similar type of holographic phone conversation to what we saw in Avengers Endgame. But here's the big freaking thing. Captain Marvel has long hair again. No, JK, that's not the big thing. The big thing is that Bruce Banner is in human form. That's right. Bruce is no longer Professor Hulk. He is simply Bruce Banner, although it says that he will still be in the sling. This is really interesting. We don't know exactly why this is happening, but this opens up the door for actual Savage Hulk to come back, which is something that many MCU fans are going to be hyped about. But here's the other part of this. Apparently in this conversation in the mid-credits scene, they're talking about how the 10 rings, which yes, Shang-Chi has the 10 rings. Spoiler alert for the movie. He gets the 10 rings like we all thought he would. They talk about how they are very powerful and something that they didn't even have in the records of the Sanctum, and that these artifacts are much older than the 1,000 years that Wu Wen has had them. You know, again, a slight spoiler for things in the movie. They're going to talk a lot about how Wu Wen has been alive for like 1,000 or maybe thousands of years due to the power of the rings. And so the new Avengers are talking about how these things are very powerful, but also how they are sending some kind of a beacon to some unknown area. And apparently Bruce and Carol have to go handle something, but the whole idea here is to really set up that Shang-Chi is going to be a part of the Avengers. They're going to be out there looking for other artifacts similar to the 10 rings and just kind of set up the status quo of what we think is going to be going on. Now, I just want to talk about a couple of different things. Number one, I'm hyped that we're getting Bruce Banner back and seemingly getting the actual Savage Hulk back as well. Again, I just talked about this, but this is something huge for Marvel fans. With him being in She-Hulk, I can expect that we will see actual Bruce Banner in She-Hulk, and maybe during the course of the events of She-Hulk, Bruce will have the ability to then turn into Hulk again, maybe to heal his arm or something like that, because, you know, we can't have him just always hanging out in the sling. That's going to be pretty ridiculous. But this opens the door for Hulk to be coming back into the MCU. I think many MCU fans are hyped up about that. So let me know in the comment section, are you hyped up for that? The other thing that's really cool, of course, is setting up this idea that the 10 rings are way older than 1,000 years. These things could date back to even something as old as the creation of the universe, and have a beacon that's being sent to some other nefarious force, some other big villain, or even something at a cosmic level. Now, I don't want to fully get into all of the different leaks and things within Shang-Chi. I think it's awesome, and we're going to love checking it out and getting the full details. We'll break it down after the movie is out. But I do think it's pretty freaking interesting that these weapons are such a big deal that the Avengers feel like they need to know more about them, and they also want to find other weapons in their universe that are very similar. Now, there's this mention of the fact that the energy coming off of the 10 rings is something they can't quite understand, that they want to figure more out about it. And again, this is really interesting. This could open the door to them being connected to something like the Beyonders, or something like Kang the Conqueror, or something truly crazy cosmic level, which would be freaking awesome and give Shang-Chi the ability to have, you know, a lot of power moving forward for the MCU. And so essentially that scene's going to end with them going to sing karaoke. Wong's going to be like, hey, welcome to the team. And so we get that status quo again of the Avengers, but it also kind of feels like we're getting status quo MCU post-credit scenes again, scenes that are going to blow our mind. Like the Black Widow post-credit scene was just nothing. Like, it didn't do anything for me. I feel like the Falcon and the Winter Soldier post-credit scene was lame. Even the freaking post-credit scene of WandaVision was way underwhelming to me, and I've just felt like, where are those crazy post-credit scene and mid-credit scenes that blow our hair back and get us excited about the future? And this looks to be that first step towards that, as we are getting major, big-time things revealed about the status quo for the Avengers. It's likely that Captain Marvel and Bruce are going to deal with something to do with Secret Invasion or something going on with that movie. It's just so dang cool, everybody. I feel like Marvel is finally getting out from under the craziness that was the whole Pandy year and all the things that plagued their productions and delayed everything. I think this movie's going to be fantastic, man. And again, this is that crazy post-credit scene. So don't go spreading this out there online. Keep it here on the channel, or talk on a spoiler channel on one of the Discord channels that we have. Don't be spreading this out there and spoiling other people's fun, but it is out there, so I wanted to talk about it. I know there's a large amount of people out there that want to hear about this and talk about this, so there you go. There you have it. Let me know what you think about this. Like this video if you liked it. Make sure to subscribe to the channel to see more of our videos pop up in your recommended, and check out our live streaming channel where we live stream all the freaking time and have a blast talking about Marvel, Star Wars, DC, and all the great nerdy things. As I always say, I hope you're having an awesome and a nerdy day, and I'll see you in the next video.